What God cannot do does not exist. My name is Emily from Nairobi, Kenya, and I'm here to testify of the goodness of the Lord that I've experienced in my personal life through this prayer platform. Pastor Jerry, I got to know of this prayer platform through Facebook, and that was in somewhere in 2020, and I wasn't serious about it because at first it felt like it was a lot of noise. But then come the end of 2020, I got to understand that in the noise there were powerful prayers, and therefore I began engaging in the prayers on, off, on, off. And my situation was one whereby I'd been married for 15 years at that particular time in 2020, 15 years, but I'd never known rest, I'd never known joy, I'd never known peace in a marriage. My marriage was one that was very painful and torturous. And so I had reached a place where I felt like enough was enough. Come 2021, I decided enough was enough and I left my marriage. And when I walked away and I told God, you have to help me. And that is when now I landed on the altar properly. I gave myself to the altar on a daily basis. I was there. I was not praying for restoration of marriage. All I was praying for was a peaceful divorce. So I got separated from my husband in that 2020, and a whole year I never came back. And within that whole year I was on the altar of fire. And being in the altar of fire, I was just believing God for other things, for other doors to open in my life and other things to open in my life, but not marriage. But one thing that I came to know is that when we are praying on the altar and Pastor Jerry tells us to pray for alignment of our destinies, of our lives, I used to pray with all vigor and with the whole of my heart. That is the time God was doing what he was doing behind the scenes, and I didn't know. But it reached a place in 2022, early 22, the Lord told me, go back. The man has changed. I went back in obedience to the voice of the Lord. I did not testify at first because I thought now I need to take time and see if really the change is genuine. But then I've stayed, and this is now 2023, 1 year down the line, and Pastor Jerry, I can confess that through the prayers on this altar, there was a total transformation and a total change. I didn't know that an angel can exist out of somebody that you thought was a demon. But now I have seen God do marvelous and great things, and I'm here to just say thank you. The other day my husband got his PhD and we were so happy for him, and I just heard from other quarters out there where people are saying these people look so happy, they look so united, the family looks so wonderful, and you can see what the enemy was trying to fight. Because even back then my husband could not allow me to do ministry, but today he can allow me to do ministry, and even at that he has supported me and given me 3 acres of land to be able to just put up a prayer center to serve the Jehovah God. And that is a great thing. This is not anything that would have just happened like that, but I know it's courtesy of the prayers that happen on this altar, and I'm here to just give God the glory, to give God the honor. There are numerous miracles that have happened in this altar, but this is one major one that I needed to encourage somebody to do today, so that when Pastor prays and tells us to pray for alignment, take it seriously, pray with the whole of your heart, because you don't know what part of your life is being aligned. My entire destiny has been aligned. My purpose is more clearer now because of the prayers of alignment on this altar. And today I'm just grateful to God for what he's doing through you, and I'm here to say thank you. I've also been working for an organization for 20 years now. I've never been promoted, courtesy of the prayers on this platform. 1st July, I got my first letter of promotion after 20 years. Pastor Jerry, after 20 years. What kind of God is on this altar? If you're not on this altar, may God open you and open ways for you to be able to know that there is an altar that is where God is reliable, God is dependable, and God is real. And therefore I'm here to just say thank you. May the grace of God continue to be sufficient to you. I'm here to thank God for his goodness and mercy that is working, and the grace of God that is working on this altar. And I pray that the power of God may continue to be evident on this altar. Here we stay, here we continue to seek God until Jesus Christ comes. If he tarries, we continue to seek him here. And therefore I am just grateful for what God is doing in your life. Thank you, Pastor Jerry. Indeed, what God cannot do does not exist.